Hey, you know what? Welcome back to another Whiskey Wednesday with your host, Cigar Rockstar. This is a very, very special Whiskey Wednesday. This is my first time rolling live in DFW. And of course, we rolling live at the number one cigar lounge in the nation. We got the special guest here, Tommie Black. What's going on, Tommy?
What's up, my brother?
Man, it's beautiful being here, man. I mean, we got a little bit of a packed house tonight.
Well, you know how to bring them out. I tell you.
Man, it ain't me, man. They coming to see you. I'm just a guy they want to see in some lace.
You know what? We've been doing this together for a long time. So I think it's just a illustration of the family that we built here, and that's just the way that I look at it. So it's definitely good to see every seat filled, and people came out, and it's your birthday, brother. Happy birthday!
Hey, I well received, brother. Hey, I learned that receive word from you too.
Absolutely.
Hey, well received indeed.
Indeed.
So before we started rolling, Tommy, man, so people are asking, we're at Cu'noma Cigar Lounge, about 20 minutes south of downtown Dallas, in a suburb called Cedar Hill, and they were asking about the name Cu'noma. What does Cu'noma mean, and why did you come up with that name?
Cu'noma is just it's a play on words for two of my passions. I love great cigars and I love great wine. And so I took CU from Cuba, known for their great cigars. The apostrophe is a lit cigar. And my love of wine, it's a nod to the wine country in America, Napa and Sonoma. So I just combined the
Callie
two
in the
for
house.
Cu'noma. Will Forbes, what's up, my brother?
We got a couple we got
What's going on with you, man?
we got four or five people from the West Coast in here, and I'd like to give a shout out, of course. Will, what's up, brother? Of course, we got the West Coast Briscoe in
West
here.
Coast.
Will,
Indeed. Ramona.
Rack, and Rack.
Hey,
And Rack is a very much wine connoisseur. What you got going on, Rack?
Well, when he was talking about his play on words, and he said the Sonoma, I already knew where he was going. Sonoma, you know. And yeah, man, people are sleeping on pairing cigars with wine, man. Bourbon, whiskey, rum.
Simon Kelly.
At some point, I get liquored out as far as
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
and so a good cab or Pinot with a nice bold cigar. I don't need much more, brother.
I'm a
Other
bubbly
than-
girl. Champagne
Even-
works. Prosecco works.
Even
Hey,
Syrah.
champagne, yes.
Don't forget your Syrahs.
Let me tell you.
I like Syrah. I like Syrah. As a matter of fact, I just picked up a couple bottles of Rombauer's Chardonnay, and they have a Zinfandel that I just tried for the first time at their vineyard. So yeah, I'm wine tasting it like every other weekend if I get a chance.
Oh yeah, I agree with you 150%. Zinfandel is usually probably going to be the first thing that I reach for to pair with a cigar, because the higher alcohol content, it can stand up to even a bolder, full-bodied cigar.
Yes, it
full
does.
strength cigar. I'm a Pinot whore, so I don't like to bruise my good Pinots with a cigar, but. But I could see why you would do that. I could see why, because red wine, it will usually be a safe bet to pair with a cigar. But I also am a guy that thinks the acidity of a good white wine, especially if I'm smoking a badass Connecticut with a nice buttery Chardonnay like a Rainy Bush
Yes.
from River Valley, because people don't understand. You got your citrusy whites, you
Right.
got your citrusy Chardonnays, then you have your buttery Chardonnays.
Butter,
And
yeah.
if you really drink wine, you encountered it, and you know what I mean. Like I can tell he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm getting excited, bro. I can't stand up right now.
So Tommy, man, you got voted number one cigar lounge of the year. How's that feel for you, sir?
The short answer is it feels really, really good. It was, that's it's like 4 years ago when I said, I want to I want to do a traditional cigar lounge. I want to do it my way. You know, I'm a, Will has smoked with me. He's been here, and people that have smoked with me, they know I'm a hardcore cigar guy. I'm a traditionalist. I don't smoke a cigar without reading the blend. I nerd out on it. And when it came to building the lounge, I knew that I wanted it to be a traditional cigar lounge. And, that was something that was really important to me. And where I'm located, in the southern sector of Dallas, I'm right in the middle of several lounges that people, consider the turn up lounges. And I'm over here, sticking to my guns, trying to preserve what I believe is, the cigar smoking environment the way that I believe it should be. So when I remember I was laying in bed and when I read the text message that said I was one of the three finalists, I was laying in bed looking up at my phone, and I was like, I was shocked. And I was shocked because I'm a traditional cigar lounge, and so when I won, let's just say when I walked off that stage, there was a reason why y'all didn't see me for a while, and I was around the corner. I mean, it got me. It really got me.
That's amazing. Well, of course, congratulations again, bro. So what came first, your love of cigars or your love of wine?
Really, I started smoking cigars first, man. I started smoking cigars, but I didn't get really into cigars too far before I really started nerding out on wine and really getting into wine as well. I had a friend, shout out to Cody Futch. He's a sommelier and he was a buddy of mine. We worked at the same firm. And so Cody, he would drink his good shit with me because we became really good friends. And, then I started asking him questions. He gave me all of his sommelier notes. And, it was one of those things where I could come to him and I could say, man, Cody, there's so many different varietals. How do I know what to buy? He said, well, Tommie, you like Pinot Noir. You like Russian River Valley. Start buying wine from a region that you like Russian River Valley. And so that's how my wine journey started. I knew I loved Pinot Noir from Russian River Valley. Then I started buying Chardonnay from Russian River Valley, Cab from Russian River Valley, Syrah from Russian River Valley. Then I went to Oregon. Then I started drinking some Australian wines and so forth. And then, then you just get the ism. It's like cigars. You may have one cigar that you like when you first started smoking. And then one day you look in your humidor and it's just diverse as hell,
So is that the same? So would you compare a wine journey the same way as a cigar journey, maybe trying to find your palate or maybe trying to?
I would say absolutely. And Eric, he may agree as well, but the same things that affect quality tobacco affect quality juice. You know what I mean? So you got to have great terroir. You have to have a hell of a farm manager, and you got to have a hell of a enologist or whoever your wine director is that is overseeing those barrels. You know what I mean? And it's no different with tobacco. You got to have a hell of a farmer like a Nestor Plasencia. You know what I mean? You've got to have a hell of a farm manager like a Nestor Plasencia. You know what I mean? Or AJ Fernandez. A high level of give a damn has to go into producing a hell of a cigar.
Yeah.
Like the one I'm smoking right now. Shout out to Dominique Wilkins. This is my first time smoking this cigar, thanks to Luxury Cigar Club. This is a hell of a blend.
What is it? What are you smoking?
The Dominique Wilkins.
The MX5.
Dominique Wilkins?
The MX5 by Dominique Wilkins.
Oh, really?
Phenomenal steak. Phenomenal steak. Yes.
MX5, is that by CAO?
No, I don't know. I think he's
No.
tied in with Lyra Roy.
Yes.
I think him and Carl Malone are tied in with Lyra Roy.
Yeah, that's it right there, right?
I think the MX2. I think the MX2 is COA.
Well, the MX2,
CAO.
the MX2 is
MX2 is
CAO.
COA.
I like the I've had the MX2.
Yeah, this is the MX5.
Okay.
Yeah, the CX2, the Cameroon, the MX2, those are all. That's Dominique's personal blend.
Yeah.
You forgot one thing, brother. You forgot all those things you say are 100%, but you also need a rabbit's foot in your pocket because the weather
Oh, absolutely.
also impacts like wine and tobacco equally. We see
Equal,
what just
yeah.
happened with Toro Fuente and all the damage to the leaves
Yeah,
from hail, and there's nothing you can do about that but just be mad.
yeah, but there,
Yeah.
there was one chateau. I want to say it was my buddy D. Lynn Proctor that was at this particular chateau and did an interview with them. But they actually came out of that pretty well. They actually said they made their best run during that situation that they went through over there in France, and they were a smaller chateau. But again, you know what I mean. If you have a badass blender or a badass enologist that's your wine director, they'll make lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Right now, we dealing with if you picking up wine and you look at anything from the Napa Valley, depending on what region it is, anything 19 and 20 because of the fires, don't even buy it.
Yeah.
Don't even buy it because the quality is going to be is not as good as anything before and after that. Much different. Much different.
Oh yeah. Hey, we thought the same thing about whiskey till the Scots put a little smoke on it, huh?
Right.
You know.
Indeed.
That's why.
Hey,
Hey, that's
there you
why.
go.
what?
That's a new blend right there. That's a new blend right there. I see that.
But that would be a traditionalist, a purist wine drinker. It's going to take somebody like yourself to say that. You know what I mean? Hey, it might be somebody out here who like that little woodsy or little smoky blend in our wine this time. They might, do a couple bottles and try that. That might be good.
Oh yeah, and that's
why you got it. That's why you got to come to Fresno and Madeira wine.
Hey, I'm with it.
We taking over the Central Valley.
I'm with it, brother. I want to come out there, man. I want to meet Mac McDonald so bad, man. He's a fellow East Texan. I'm from Tyler, Texas, and he's from East Texas as well. And
so how old are you?
46.
Huh?
46.
So do you know Marvin Allen or Tyrus Allen?
I don't.
These are I play ball with these brothers. They from Tyler, Texas. Marvin actually is now the general manager, one of the assistant general manager of the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
And Tyrus is actually coaching at a local high school in Tyler, Texas.
Okay. I guarantee you some of my people know him because I actually was roommates with Morris Anderson.
Was that
was
right?
at Baylor. Yeah, he was the quarterback for John Tyler when they went 16-0 in '95.
Okay. In '95, I was done with college.
So Tommie, man, you mentioned you from Tyler, Texas. After Tyler, I believe you All-American football, of course,
right?
And you happen to end up at Baylor. How was did you start your cigar love at Baylor, or was that something you brought to Baylor though?
I had already started smoking cigars when I was at Baylor, but matter of fact, I was smoking cigars like my junior year in high school. Big 12 South, baby. But I was smoking like, I'm gonna keep it real, gas station cigars, man.
Hey, we all got to start somewhere. We all got to start somewhere.
I wasn't going to the cigar shop and buying super premiums. You know what I mean? I was going in and I was literally like buying Philly blunts and smoking. You know what I mean? And not in the good way. I was not splitting them down the middle and re-rolling. I was literally smoking gas station cigars.
There you go. And now you cigar lounge. So what made you want to open a cigar lounge?
And
in the Dallas area, you could open one back home. Like why Dallas? What made you open a cigar lounge?
Well, the lounge is here in Cedar Hill, just a short drive from downtown Dallas, because I live in this community. So it was important to me to have the lounge in this community. That's the short answer.
Hey, that's right. That's right. I mean, for sure. So I told y'all, man, this is my anybody who asks me when they come to Dallas, I tell them Cu'noma is my favorite lounge. As in Will, when you came through, I was like, hey, come, you got to go to Cu'noma.
And he did. I got the picture to prove it.
two nights in a row.
So Tommy, you mentioned your traditional lounge. There's other lounges around who aren't so traditional, in my opinion. And you're sticking to your gun. How hard is it to stick to your guns when there's, the demographic in Dallas? They're kind of most of them on a turn up phase. They want to do live music and hood rat shit, for lack of a better word. Like how tough is it for you to stick to your guns and keep a traditional lounge?
Really and truly, it's not really hard. It's just I made a decision as to what type of lounge I wanted to have, and I just stick with that. So every time I have somebody come in that says, "Man, if this is how you're gonna keep it, this is gonna be my home lounge." That fuels me to keep going. To keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. So you've been. It was about 3.5 years right now.
Actually, we're approaching 4.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So 4 years. You made it through the pandemic. You was closed for a while through the pandemic.
Yeah, 4 months.
How'd you make it through the pandemic?
Well,
was there any worries to you? Did you think, you're gonna close the door for good? Give some feedback on making it through the pandemic and how you feel about that.
Honestly, I didn't know. I don't think anybody knew what was gonna happen. But I knew that I took that virus serious when I started seeing the death toll. Those numbers were enough to get my attention, and so I closed for 4 months with a smile because I figured if I helped save one life, then it was worth it.
So during this you're approaching 4 years. I guess what would be your most difficult time in these 4 years? Was it the starting? Was it keeping up with your pandemic? What would you say the ride is like this 4-year anniversary coming up? How was the ride for you?
Well, the ride has been good because I'm doing what I said I was going to do. I had a great job. I was making unbelievable money, and I had been offered a promotion to go and run Kuwait. And I told my Illinois to the Pentagon. I said Ken Looney, he's a real person. You look him up on Facebook. I said, Ken. I've actually already started sending my stuff home. I said, I'm about to go home and focus on my cigar lounge. Those were my exact words to him, on my mother who's dead and gone. I said, I'm about to go home and focus on my cigar lounge. And I left the Middle East and I came home. I took a year off and then I started construction on Cu'noma. And so to be doing exactly what I said I was going to do in a world where when you say you're going to do something like that, I'm going to build a upscale luxury cigar lounge. And people are looking at you like, whatever, but I'm not an exaggerator. If I say something, people who really know me, they know, damn, he's serious, right? And that's what it was. People that were close to me, they knew I was not joking. And especially to walk away from the job that I had and the salary that I had, it was a commitment at that point when that last tough box got put on the plane.
I think that takes courage. It takes courage. So you mentioned you did some time overseas. We've exchanged pictures type thing. I saw you Kuwait, Dubai, Iraq, all of that. How much of that played into you developing this spot? Did you take any pieces of that from all your smoking experiences in Dubai?
Oh yeah.
In Kuwait, after the security detail or whatever, the downtime you did overseas, did you take nuggets of that to bring to this lounge?
Oh, absolutely. Being able to smoke around the world definitely gave me an opportunity to see some things. So if you ever go to Dubai, go smoke at Sin, CIN. That was like my home lounge. And it's a lot of inspiration for Cu'noma comes from Sin. I mean, that was the standard for me. When I started smoking there, I fell in love with that environment, that ambiance, and that was definitely in the back of my mind. My contractor asked me, "What do I want?" I said I wanted to mimic the library or study in a millionaire's mansion. He said, "Oh, you want Bruce Wayne's library?" I said, "Well, I've never seen any of the Batman movies, but we can Google it." And he Googled it and put his phone in my hand, and I looked at it. I said, "That's it."
So most of us as consumers, I'm a cigar consumer majorly. They don't know the hard work, aspirations you put into. So y'all, this spot is beautiful, man. It is no bias here. It sounds like it is, but anybody who always asks me, this is my favorite lounge to go to. It is very traditional, per se. But like how we come in and enjoy it. What's the process like building this? Do you have any hiccups, or did something maybe not come across the way you maybe wanted it to? You had to change it. What was the process like from building? So you built this from the stuff,
Yeah.
and you use your own money type thing.
Mm-hmm.
What was that process like?
First of all, I'll say this. One of my biggest regrets was using my own money. And I would tell anybody, I mean, when I started building this place, as my good buddy, retired first sergeant, would say, if we're gonna have this conversation, let's have it. I was so prideful that I made a vow to myself. I was not gonna be beholden to any banks. I wasn't gonna take any loans. And sitting there with an 805 credit score and a whole lot of money, that was the stupidest decision that I could have made. So I would tell anybody, if you're in a position and you know you have the 3 C's, cash, capital, and collateral, use that position, use other people's money and build your business. Play the credit game. If you know you got the money, take the money in a loan, pay it off in big chunks, build your dream lounge. However, if you decide to do it like I did it, I can't judge you, because when I was faced with it, I was hell bent that I was not going to take a loan.
Right on. That's crazy, man. I don't know. I respect it. Maybe my pride is with yours, but it is. I mean, to me, it is a better feeling coming out of your pocket, your hard-earned money, and you had everything. You can see Tommie written all over this bag, every fingerprint of it. Like, how involved was you with the process of building this house?
I was here every day. I was here every day. It was like I was the foreman. Hey, whoa. What are you doing? No, don't put that right there. No, I want, no, that's not what I want. I want to and if I wouldn't have been here and I just waited till they were finished, I probably would have walked in and it would have looked a little different. But I was here every single day, all day, to the last subcontractor got in their truck and left.
So a lot of people, I'm all across the country, bro. You already know. I walk into a lot of different people in life, and a lot of people want to open their own cigar lounge. What could you say about maybe the pros and cons of being a cigar lounge owner? Like the pros and cons.
Well, unless you already own the lounge and you know the drill, you're probably going to blow your budget out every month. Your first several months, maybe your first year or two. And that will eventually, it'll get your attention. You know what I mean? If you're paying attention, you're an astute, CEO. But man, when you see your vision manifest itself in front of you, a lot of the days are gonna be good days. You know what I mean? I mean, because when I walk in here, when I pull up and I see that sign, like I said, I know what that sign means to me. A lot of people think it's probably a fancy French or Spanish word, but when I look at it, it reminds me of 2 things that I love. And so when I stick that key in the door, you know, I'm walking into what I want everybody to feel is our living room away from home.
I'm with it, and I'll definitely co-sign on that, man. This is I definitely co-sign on that. So you have a pretty eclectic humidor. Of course, David Blanco's been here a few times. What would you say? What would you say about the selection? How do you choose the cigars to come in to Cu'noma? How do you choose?
Well, I'm probably contra to a lot of cigar lounge owners, because like I'm not a guy that like I open an account with General and just let them send me a whole bunch of fucking cigars that I don't really know if the cigars are good or not. I smoke every cigar in my humidor before I try to sell it to you. So I'm not a label whore. I'm not gonna have 15 Gurkhas because Gurkha's a popular name. The cigar's got to be what it is. I don't care if you're a dude over in South Dallas living in a 500 square foot apartment rolling cigars. If they're badass cigars, when you bring it to me, they're probably gonna make it in the humidor tomorrow.
So you're not. Would you say you are you for big box brands, boutique brands? Like what do you have a preference, or do you have?
I like badass blends. Period. There's a brand I'd never heard of until the guy walked in the lounge last week. It's called Mishaw Cigars, and stick for stick, they were blowing my mind, and I just had to walk out the door and shoot a promo video. I was like, man, I just feel like I have to tell somebody about this because I started off with their Connecticut, and it was like a 6.5 by 58, and it was outstanding.
So how do you choose cigar? Do your consumers come in like, hey, I had this. You might want to try to get in here. Do you go by word of mouth? Or do you go by only what Tommie Black likes?
No, I have cigars in here that some of my Masonic brothers might have recommended. Some of the Smoking Aristocrats might have recommended. You know, it just depends. I mean, if somebody brings something to me and they say, hey, Tommy, smoke this, man. Or, hey, you know, like 4 years ago, Isaac walked in. Hey, have you ever smoked Cavalier? I said, man, I've never heard of Cavalier. You know, now I think Sebastian DeCope is one of the top 5 blenders in the world.
Wow. Yeah. That's what's up. That's what. Hey, you know what, y'all? Hey, so we on Whiskey Wednesday, y'all. You know I do this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. This is my first live recording in DFW. We are at Cu'noma Cigar Lounge with the owner himself, Tommie Black. Man, it's good vibing here. My favorite lounge, very traditional. So Tommie, there's not, in my opinion, there's not very many traditional lounges. What do you got to say about traditional lounges compared to? So cigar culture is very social nowadays. You get a lot of new cigar smokers, a lot of veteran cigar smokers. How do you keep that balance between both of them here at Cu'noma?
Well, number one, I don't try to dictate what people smoke. Number one, I'm not one of those lounge owners. You know, like I cringe when people put a video out or get on a microphone and tell a grown man if he smokes a fat bottom Betty, he's a bitch. And I'm just like, I feel like a person should be able to purchase and smoke whatever they want to purchase and smoke with their hard-earned money. And you know, I'm a master of staying out the way. When you come in Cu'noma, I'm not sticking a camera in your face, trying to video you and ask you a lot of questions. You know, I mean, hell, Will can tell you. I know cigar smokers want to enjoy their cigar. Even if they come to Cu'noma and they want to meet Tommie, I'm going to make that introduction with anybody that walks through that door, but I'm going to give them their space and let them do their thing. So I try not to run too many households. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I know what my job is here as the lounge owner. And truth be told, I'd never introduced myself as the owner here at Cu'noma. I'm just a guy that smokes cigars, and that's what people get when they meet me. That, you know, I expect people to walk away and say, man, that guy, he really is like that.
So I see, you know, this is, I see. I've been coming here for maybe the past 4 years. You know, since before you opened, got a soft
You were
opening.
here before I opened.
Yeah, the soft opening.
Yeah.
Soft opening.
Hey, so Rockstar, real quick, just to add to that, the story Tommy not giving, but you did give. This is Drew. Tom is one before he even opened the doors. Rockstar, you can attest to it too. We came through and we just say, "Hey man, are you open yet?" He's like, "Not really, but you guys can smoke if you want to." So we come in the shop to smoke cigars. He had some cigars in the humidor, but they weren't for sale yet. And I remember this brother said, "Go ahead and grab you one and smoke it. It's good." Like, no, man, you can't get it for free. He was like, "No, it's on me. It's cool. You know, I'm not open yet." So we went ahead and donated. But from that day forward, he showed us as a cigar shop owner, this is what it's about. It's about the smoke. It wasn't about selling cigars. It was about the smoke. He offered us free cigars. We went ahead and donated, and we sat and we smoked and we smoked and we smoked day after day until he opened his doors, man. And ever since that, if you ever saw the lounge or you go online and look, you'll see what the hard work puts in. You know, he put his own money in, but the difference with him putting his own money in versus somebody that may be getting a loan or whatever they have to do to get the shop open is the fact that his blueprint is all over the shop. When you walk through the shop, you see Tommie Black. You don't see nothing else but Tommie Black, from the ambiance to the cigars to the music to the furniture. Everything you see is Tommie Black, and I put that on everything, man.
Man, I received that, bro, and it's funny. Like when you do things from the heart and you do it genuinely. Like I forgot about I gave away cigars that first month. Yeah. And yeah, you could come in Cu'noma, you could go to him or grab a cigar and go sit down and smoke it and not pay a damn penny for it.
So Tom, I've been coming here, you know, since its inception. I see a lot of return customers, man. What do you owe to, like, why do people just want to keep coming back to Cu'noma, man? What do you owe it to?
Treat people with respect, and you know, I have a mantra, and I don't have a problem with publishing it on anything that I put out. Matter of fact, on my event that's coming up, I put it in that write-up. But the quote is, I have a high level of give a damn for anybody that walks through that door, because I know they passed a lot of cigar lounges to come here, and I've got customers that drive as far as 70 miles to come and smoke here. And I have a high level of give a damn for that. You know, when people come in here, the fact that they chose to drive to Cu'noma, that means a lot to me. And when people come here to smoke, my whole objective is when they walk to that car, I want them to feel like they had a presidential smoking experience. Period. That's it.
Right on. So, hey man, you a man of many talents, man. You played at Baylor, you did some overseas work. There's been some pretty high level individuals that come in here. What's the most shocking person, or you know, starstruck person that you had come in here that you were like, oh, and then y'all just chopped up and had a cigar?
Actually, one of my favorite R&B singers. I was talking about Morris Anderson, the quarterback for John Tyler, who was my roommate at Baylor. We used to really like battle as roommates, who had the best cologne, who had the best music. One day he put a CD on a guy named Link, and Link is a hell of an R&B artist. And man, I remember just being like, man, who is this? He's like, man, that's Link. And as fate would have it, when I graduated from Baylor, one of my first real jobs, I moved up pretty fast. And then when I got promoted to go and help run an office as an assistant branch manager, the branch manager I went to work for, he invited me to a pool party at his house one day. And he was like, you know, you always want to know who from the office is going to be there, because I didn't necessarily want to hang out with a lot of people from work. So he's like, oh man, so-and-so is going to be there. So-and-so, Link. But I said, Lincoln Broder? And he starts laughing. Yeah, man, that's my best friend. I was like, okay. Long and short of it is, Link came in here and smoked, man. And I actually, I fortunately, I got a picture on my social media. Bruh man, from Martin.
Oh, stop playing. Stop playing. Bro, man, from the
fifth
fifth
floor?
floor.
From the fifth floor.
Hey, Tommy, I really thought you was gonna say me, man. Hey, man, when I walked in,
he edged you out just a little bit.
hey, when I walked in and I was walking up to introduce myself to you, you said, Mr. Forbes, glad to see you in here. I was like, damn, how you know my name?
Hey, it's like I was telling the cigar guy a while ago. I was like, you got to be a student of the game. He was like, man, I can't believe you recognize me, or you recognize my hair.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Hey, we've been rambling on for a little bit, man. Let me open the floor up for questions, please. If you got any questions, anybody?
Well, you pretty much answered the one that I was going to ask in regards to a traditionalist. Basically, Will and myself are very similar in this aspect, that when we go to cigar lounges, I think that's what we're looking for, the traditionalist lounge, the one where we can sit back, chill, have a conversation, smoke our cigars, not so much as network, but just enjoy people that are also enjoying the leaf with us. And to me, that whole turn up scene is just not what I'm looking for. So I look for lounges, and it sounds like the lounge that you're providing, that's the kind of lounge that I'm looking for, man. I was just thinking to myself out loud, not out loud, but to myself, like, I think I want to spend my birthday at your lounge, which is in August. And I'm serious.
All right, come on out here, man. We waiting on you, brother. Cu'noma is one of the few shops on the south side or in the DFW that's gonna give you that home-like feel. And man, Tommie, man, he lays out the red carpet for everybody every single time. And I've been knowing him since he opened his shop up, and it's a whole new experience every time I walk through the doors, man.
August, I'm there. I promise.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
the first smoke that ever happened here was smoking Aristocrats.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this: I became an aristocrat in Cu'noma.
Is that right?
Yes,
I did not know that.
That's that same night.
I knew you were an aristocrat, but I didn't know it happened here.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
I got cussed out by Dominique, and then I got my coin about 2 minutes later.
Yeah, man.
I'll be there in August.
But hey, I'm gonna tell you, Stogie the goddamn bear, he hit me up, was like, I want to do my 55th birthday there. And sure enough, he fucking came in, and we kicked it. And it happened to be the day that his Raiders were playing my Cowboys, and they won. Yeah. So I had to watch Stogie dance up and down the damn lounge, talking shit with his black and silver on.
Yeah, he was
Right,
heavy
that's
with
right.
it too. He was heavy with it. I thought he was gonna get beat up for a second. There was nothing but Cowboys in here.
Hey, you know us Raiders, we roll deep no matter
Yeah.
what.
Oh yeah.
Boo. Boo. You had a whole bunch of 49ers in there too that night I was there.
Yeah.
So we got a whole bunch of Saints fans in here tonight too.
Hey, at least that's the right division. That's the NFC. So hey.
Yeah, it is.
So Tom, you touched on events, man. There's a lot of weeks, there's a lot of events. You recently had a pretty good one. So talk about the last one. Talk about the next one you got coming up.
Well, that's what my focus is on right now. We're gonna be doing the Cu'noma backyard barbecue. This is really what I'm looking at as my first big smoke. No disrespect to cigar aficionado, but it's gonna have my fingerprint on it, but in a backyard barbecue type of way. TK is gonna be coming out, and we're gonna smoke cigar. We're gonna eat some good barbecue and all that. One of my Baylor big bros, Anthony Paparay of Omega Sci-Fi. He's a Baylor great, and he's fresh off of a win at his last barbecue competition. So we're gonna do it BU style and Cu'noma style, and I'm looking forward to it being a great day. If you are not going to Vegas, and you want to go somewhere where you're going to get your bang for the buck, I'm going to say get that VIP ticket to the Cu'noma backyard barbecue, because that VIP ticket, you're gonna feel like you had a VIP experience if you get that VIP ticket. You're gonna be greeted with your choice of a bottle of Moet Imperial Rosé or Macallan 12 as your bottle as soon as you get in the door. And with that VIP band, that's going to cover all your meals that day. The first meal is going to be served at 1, then the dinner meal at 6. I got some other surprises lined up. And then with that VIP band, you're going to be able to walk up to the bartender all day long and just say, I'd like an old fashioned, I'd like a Tom Collins, what have you, and you ain't gonna have to pay a penny.
What is this?
It's on July 9th, the Saturday after the 4th of July. So ladies, you got that sundress you've been waiting to break out, that Kentucky Derby style brim, you know, the general admission, we've got 2 beautiful grassy areas and a beautiful courtyard patio that we're gonna have a lot of people that'll be accessing those areas. The VIPs will actually have access to the lounge itself, and I'm limiting the tickets for the VIP because you know I want the VIPs to be able to know if they get a call, they got to go home and check on the kids or whoever, they can leave and come back and they know they're going to have a seat in the lounge, and their VIP benefits are going to run from probably 10 in the morning till 4 in the morning the next day. And we're bringing, I mean, you'll be able to purchase bottles, you know, everything. I mean, it's going to be a hell of a day.
So I mentioned, you know, you can see Tommie's footprint, all this. I think Dro mentioned the Tommie footprint. You can see it. So what is the Tommie footprint? Like, how do you distinguish that different from other lounges or just from other cigar smokers? What is the Tommie footprint?
Well, I'm going to break it down like this. Number one, I have a great level of humility, and you know, like I said, I don't even introduce myself as the owner to anybody that walks in the lounge. And the reason being is I feel like, you know, even when somebody asks me what's the dress code, I say the cigar is the star of the show here, and that's the way that I genuinely run the business every day. You know, the cigars are first. The customers have my full attention. If anybody on the staff ever wants to see me get upset real quick, piss off one of the people sitting in one of these seats, because that's going to get my attention. Because at the end of the day, I want to, I not only want people, I want people to see us a lot more than a lot of pretty leather and wood. Behind all that leather and wood is a man with a high level of give a damn about their smoking experience. And like I said, when they walk to their car, I expect that they will walk to their car and say, wow, that guy really is what I heard he was. That's my goal. I don't care about them knowing that I was the owner. They could think I was the shift manager for all I care, but I want them to know, damn, that guy Tommie Black, he's as advertised.
For sure. So it is a beautiful lounge. And he forgot to mention the cow print seats we got in here. The cow print seats is everything, and the press ceiling, the stamp, the press. I don't know what you call it. The beautiful ceiling. That's definitely worth talking about for sure. For sure, definitely that. So you know, we on here Whiskey Wednesday. We got Tommie Black, the CEO, the owner of Cu'noma Cigar Lounge, located 20 minutes south of downtown Dallas. You can find him on Cu'noma Cigar Lounge on Instagram. So all I see, you get your Google clicks, you got your Instagram and all that. How does the name of Cu'noma get out? Is it through just word of mouth? Is it through social media? Like, what's your main advertising route?
I'm really heavy on social media. I handle all of my own social media. So if you get a message from Cu'noma or you send a message to Cu'noma, that reply is really coming from me. I enjoy playing golf. So I have advertising campaigns with several golf courses from South to North Dallas, even Mansfield and so forth, to where I advertise on their scorecard and course maps. Those are my 2 primary marketing mechanisms.
What's your index number? What's your index number?
What's my index number?
What's your index number?
I don't even know.
It's all right. I'm an 18, so it's okay.
Tommy, don't fall for it, Tommy, man. Don't.
I'm 18.
Hey, I can say I'm the proud owner of a 66 at the tournament I played in the other day, but that was a scramble.
There you go.
Hey, Tommy, hey, Marvin the type that, man, he let you think you're doing something on the front nine, and in the back nine, he want to start betting big money, man. So
and that's a red flag to
Marvin.
me. That'll stand out like a Christmas tree in July.
Yeah, he say he ain't 18 handicap. Nah.
Well,
Well, like an 8 handicap.
I'll tell you this, Marvin. I've only broke 90 once in 20 years of playing.
There you go. Okay.
Can you spell your Instagram?
Instagram is Cu'noma, no apostrophe, just all lowercase. Cu'noma Cigar Lounge.
Can you spell that?
Hey man, why don't y'all just check the chat? I put it in there when the brother first came on. Y'all paying attention.
So Tommy, you're every day I come in here, man. So I'm gonna use this term. You're suited and booted. You mentioned, it's all about a lead for you. Somebody come in here in jeans and a t-shirt, a wife beater, whatever it may be. How do you express your love of cigars when or how do you make somebody feel comfortable when you got a 3-piece, 3-button Tommy in here, and then somebody comes in with a wife beater, after work trying to get a few cents to come home? It's still welcoming for you?
Because again, I just have a belief that I'm not going to hold somebody to my standard of dress. You know what I mean? Everybody's individual. Even my staff, I tell when I hire somebody, I tell them, don't try to. I said I want you to be you, because if I start trying to change you, then you're not going to be able to be the best you that you can be for the customer. And
they all can't be rock stars.
Right. And with customers, I feel the same way. If a guy's been driving an 18-wheeler for the last 5 days and he wants to come in here, in a t-shirt and some linen pants, I don't care, because if that's the smoking experience he wanted that night, then that's what he's going to get. You know what I mean? I got customers that come in every single time they come in. They're in a suit and tie, but I dress the way I dress because I just been doing it since I was a teenager. I mean, every now and then I give people little nuggets into who I am. You know what I mean? I posted a picture the other day of my high school graduation night, and it was in my story. I've been dressing like this since teens. You know what I mean? Because of the influence of my uncles and my dad. You know what I mean? So it's just who I am. I didn't just start getting suits made on Tuesday. You know what I mean? So it's just who I am. You know what I mean? If I get ready to run to Walmart real quick, I'm gonna probably throw on, some slacks, a nice t-shirt and some Meslin slippers. You know what I mean? But I've had those Meslin slippers for probably, 10 years. You know what I mean? I don't go shopping a lot. I take care of my stuff. You know what I mean?
Hey, we rocking and rolling here. Yeah, Cu'noma Cigar Lounge. It's like damn near standing room only right now. Standing room only. So, it is a Cigar Rockstar birthday bash. Live recording at Cu'noma. Of course. So, hey, please, any more questions? Any more questions? Anybody?
Can we buy the VIP tickets?
They're available right now on Eventbrite under Cu'noma Backyard Barbecue. And I posted on my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So if you go on Facebook right now, you go to Cu'noma CL, or you can go to the business page, Cu'noma Cigar Lounge, and you'll be able to literally tap right on the link to the Eventbrite.
So I think we got a couple stick owners in here. OG, what up, OG?
You hiding.
Is he? Where Orlando at?
Where Ogo?
I think he dipped out. Please ask a question, y'all. Any more questions? Any more questions?
Closet, what's going on with your Cubs?
So let me ask you this. So I'm a cigar whore. I'm a lounge whore. I try to show love to everybody. Your lounge stands out very much so, very much so. So what can people expect when they walk into the door at Cu'noma?
Well, hopefully, I hope they walk in the door and they see, okay, this looks like a place I'm probably about to have a great night, enjoying cigars. And when they actually get in here, there's a focus on a high level of service. You know, you really don't even have to get up again unless you got to go to the bathroom. You know, you're not gonna. I mean, I'm really big on. I will not hand out a plastic party cup at Cu'noma. You're gonna get real crystal. You know what I mean? You're gonna get treated like you're in VIP. Just any night that you come in here, because I just believe the smoking experience should be a certain way. If you come in here with your cognac, me or my staff should recognize you have a bottle of cognac and we should give you a proper glass. If you're drinking red wine, you should get a proper glass. If you're drinking white wine, you should get a proper glass. If you're drinking whiskey, you know, you should get a proper glass. You know what I mean? Because that's what I believe is the way that it should be done. So, all that said, you're gonna get a high level of service, and we're gonna give you the tools that you need to have a hell of a smoking experience.
So as you can see, the man is all about etiquette. What up, y'all? Y'all good?
That's the perfect way to put it.
We good?
Oh man,
Where did you come from, Jameson?
oh man, listen, I was in the back mingling, kissing babies, shaking hands. You know, there's quite a few ladies in here, so I had to make my rounds. I'm outside, so
Bruh, it's COVID.
You know how Jameson does. It's like he moves through life on an escalator. He just glides.
Bro, it's COVID. You can't be kissing babies out here. Come on now.
Well, yeah, the babies don't have COVID, do they? Do the babies got COVID now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
They got a vaccine for them now. They good.
Oh, it's a vaccine for the babies. Oh man, I'm gone. But no, Cu'noma is a super dope spot, man. This is like one of, I understand why you won the award. I understand it. I get it every time I'm here. Every time. What up, Her Cigar Closet?
So, Rockstar, if I could ask you a question.
Rockstar left. Went to the bathroom.
Oh, I forgot. He got to go change his stripes on his barber pole plans. But Jay, can I ask the gentleman? The gentleman made some great points about the difference, and I just want to point out the fact that him saying that he's a traditional cigar establishment, right? And again, I say traditional cigar establishment, not a cigar lounge. There's a lot of lounges, and he was in a lounge category, and that may be why, in fact, being a cigar establishment, giving the full traditional experience and expression of cigar enjoyment. What he said about having cognac glasses. You know me, you've been to my house.
Absolutely.
We drink out of the proper goblet for the object that we're drinking, regardless of whether it's champagne. You got two choices: traditional or the flute, or you got the cognac glass, you got a rocks glass, or what have you. Do you think that gave you a more of a challenge in that category of being number one cigar lounge, or do you think that was your shoe-in and why you won?
I would bet it probably separated me because that's the standard for me. You know what I mean? I'm unrelenting on it. You know what I mean? From day one, that was just something that I just wasn't going to do. I was not going to pass that. I wasn't going to give people 4-ounce plastic party cups to drink their $150 scotch out of.
Right.
I don't drink my liquor out of that. So again, I just have I have my philosophy on what I think the cigar smoking experience should be, what it looks like, and I'm unrelenting on it.
Hey, no, remember that bottle you had for me one time? What was that? Was it a 60-year-old or how old was that? But the whole point. Say cool. See your point. He wouldn't allow the process of pouring it straight from the bottle to the glass. He made sure to put it in an aerated decanter.
It's got to have a step between. It's got to so he's showing respect not only to the spirit in the bottle, but he's also showing respect to the type of spirit, the age, the probably the master blender that's probably no longer alive, and allowing it to breathe, to open up, to have that full expression of it. And I guarantee you, nobody was gonna put no ice or no soda or no tonic in it. You don't. We do not do this here.
We do
We
not do that.
We
Not
do
at
not
all,
do
sir.
this here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, I honestly, my personal opinion, I wish we could swing the camera around so that you guys can see, but we're gonna do a recap visual, so you guys can see like the people that are here in the background and all of that, right? And just even down to the wood that he uses for the general floor, not even what he uses in the humidor, just for the general floor, so that the atmosphere is correct, the acoustics are correct, the feeling, the mood, the vibe, everything, plays off the ambiance.
Shout
So,
out to Anointed Sounds, Dallas, Texas.
oh, that's who did it? Oh, nice.
You can definitely tell that he did some acoustic work, because the simple fact that you guys are in a active lounge, excuse me, you are in an active cigar environment, and you are actually being able to have a conversation that's heard on Zoom. We've been on many Zooms with people that try and go live from lounge type experiences, and you get echoes, you get the music, you get people's conversations, and a lot of people do not understand that you have to plan your acoustics in order to have good acoustics. So again, hats off to you. I can see why you won.
I'm not front. We're not sitting in a private lounge, nothing. Like literally on the other side of this lens is
probably 30 people.
Yeah, strong like 30, 35 people on the other side of this lens. And everyone is having a conversation. They're not even worried about us right now.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's real strong.
Yeah. So the next time you guys are in Dallas or in the Dallas Fort Worth area, Cu'noma, that's where you smoke, man. Please. Like this place is phenomenal. And Tommie actually pays attention to detail. I can't front. He pays attention to detail. Even down to what's in his humidor. Like, you know what I'm smoking. I have never seen this stick before. Shout out to who had it before? Rack or Will?
Which one?
The joint that I'm smoking.
Casa de Sereno?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all had it, man. I sent some to Key. Marvin had it. I had it. Rack had it. Yeah. They're right here in San Jose, man. We met them in Vegas. Actually, the same time I was there with you, bro.
Let me say this too. I would be remiss if I didn't say this. I always say, I don't care how beautiful of a structure you build. I always tell people, what makes a great cigar lounge is who smokes there. It's just like what makes a university Ivy League, who teaches there, right?
And who graduates from there.
Right?
Yeah.
But I always tell people, who smokes at your lounge is what really makes your lounge. So when Will Forbes comes to Cu'noma Cigar Lounge, he posts a picture at Cu'noma Cigar Lounge, people are gonna say, wow, damn, Will went to see that guy. Maybe I should go check that place out. People see Jameson here several times throughout the year. Damn, Jameson smokes there when he's in Dallas. Maybe I should go check that place out. So I would tell any prospective lounge owner, do something in a way to bring in the real cigar smokers.
Because there's a difference. There's a difference between cigar smokers and people who smoke cigars.
Oh, absolutely. Because I'm very well aware of this. You know what I mean? Just like I'm very well aware of what it means when I align my brand with someone else. You know what I mean? I know what that means. I know what it means. You know, when I go to, uh, at Gina's event for Dallas Cigar Week,
Yes.
and I'm wearing a Lean Licious outfit for Key Money's brand. I know what that means when people see me wearing that on my chest. And, me and him were talking about this the other day. He said, man, I got like 130 new friend requests. And I whispered in his ear, I said, keep money. I said, I understand promo. It's one thing I understand is promo. And I know you understand promo.
Absolutely.
And
Speaking of,
I said, a lot of people don't get it. I said, but I knew what it meant for me to put that sweatsuit on and wear it to that event.
speaking of promo, right? All of these people, like even down to myself, Will, like even the people that are experiencing that, like, how did you get to this point? Like, how did you market or promote to get to this point? Because there's a few lounges here in Dallas, but they don't operate at the level, and we don't go to. I mean, no disrespect to anyone at all. We just go where we go, right? So
Right.
how I guess what's your niche? How did you promote this place? Because again, everybody on here has brick and mortars. They have their lounges that they go to, right? So, and you have your reasons for going. But how do you get people to fly in and come here? How do you have the people that have all these other lounges? Like maybe one of the times I've been here, I've been like to the Monte Cristo downtown or what have you, right? But I still came here.
Right.
Like how do you promote? How do you market?
Well, I think the number one thing is I'm very social on social media. If Cigar Connect posts a picture and maybe she's looking extra fly that night, I will let her know. I'll be like, you look outstanding shot, sis, outstanding shot. Little things like that, you know what I mean? Or, Isaiah, if he posts cold ass pictures, you know what I mean? I will tell him, I'm gonna let him know, man or woman, badass post, bro. I've probably done it to you.
Oh yeah, I got a few fire emojis.
I'm very social on social media. I'm not the guy that's too big to interact with people. And I handle my own social media because I just believe nobody can do me like I do.
So you don't have a social media manager? Wow. So I think that says something to a few people who have these social media managers and are not doing the numbers that you're doing.
Man, they call it social media for no reason.
But by the way, since we got everybody on here, you guys know, like Rockstar and I, we just did this research last night before we got on. Hold on, let me get back on here real quick. Get my camera back. There we go. So I'm realizing when somebody bumped the table, it turns the camera off. I don't know. But we just realized that 30%, and let me know if you guys notice, 30% of cigar marketing happens on social media. So there's another 70% that's unaccounted for some other places.
Like I said, my bread and butter marketing, it's like I kind of hit a target audience. Like my marketing is primarily social media.
We can barely hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So my primary bread and butter marketing is social media and golf courses. I mean, so those were the target audiences that I picked. People that play golf and social media, obviously, there's people that are already following me because they are already cigar enthusiasts. So you follow me on social media, I'm probably gonna light your page up with a whole bunch of likes immediately. That's right off the bat, as soon as somebody follows me, unless I start scrolling through your page and I don't see anything cigar related, I may not follow you back. Unless you're some industry leader. You know what I mean? You know, I look on your page and you're a truck driver with 180, a fleet of 180 trucks. I'm like, damn, this is somebody I might learn something from. You know, I'll follow them back if I don't see any tobacco on their social media.
But you look at here, you picked where the money is and where the people are. You pick golf courses because they're upwardly mobile people. Who golf tend to have disposable income. They tend to be at a certain level of upward mobility and consciousness, and they understand that cigars go hand in hand with golf because it's a slow pace endeavor, just like golf. But then social media is where the people are. So between the two, you got where the people are and where the money is. And when you find that sweet point spot between the two, that's where your success is.
Right. I received that, brother.
Yeah.
Sekou is like
I'm always jumping on his lives here.
yeah, Sekou is like one of the oracles of the cigar world. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, I'm like, I mean, if you can go live in the sauna, damn it, I gotta tune in.
Hey, brother, like you said, you got to wear the right outfit sometimes, and sometimes you got to jump in. For me, sometimes I'm just doing it because some of those guys are flexing. They're flexing a lot of
Yeah,
money, a lot of experience, and I'm like, there's black guys right here in this country that'll go live in the sauna at 12 a.m. when you talk about you drive your Porsche to work. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting in the hot tub. So
yeah,
think about that.
yeah.
Cap. That's all I gotta say. Cap.
Oh my God, I had an opportunity to come visit your lounge when I was in Dallas about a month and a half ago.
Uh-huh.
I visited about 6 different lounges out there. And I was told by Rockstar to go to Cu'noma. We didn't get a chance to go. And I do apologize, but I will be there in the next month or so. And that's my first, I promise you that.
Oh man, I look forward to hosting you, brother.
Yeah,
But
you
wait,
come highly recommended.
but did you hear that though? I look forward to hosting you, not stop
Yes,
by, make sure you get 2 sticks and all that. I look forward to hosting you.
I'm looking forward
That's
to
the
it.
way I
I
look
really
at it,
am.
man. That's just in
Yeah.
the tapestry of who I am, man. It's just that is what it is.
Hey, you can tell the
And-
educated
hey,
boy. That's in the tapestry of who I am.
And I'm bringing my golf clubs.
Oh, no, we gonna get it, baby.
I drive the cart.
Now, I will warn you, it throws people off when they play golf with me for the first time. I rarely smoke cigars or drink on the golf course. I don't talk shit, but I'm trying to beat you.
My handicap is a
Rule of thumb
25.
is,
That's all. That's all I got. That's all I got. My handicap is
Oh.
25. If you could do better
rule
than
of
that,
thumb is, hey, rule of thumb is, don't beat me, beat the course. I'm just out there with you. I ain't trying to play against you. I'm trying to whoop that course ass.
Hey, I
That's
just like
rule of thumb.
I gotta give that disclaimer because I just played the other day and that was the first thing the group asked. Man, you're not gonna smoke? And I just casually say, nah.
Hey,
Shit.
you gotta smoke those Connecticut's when you playing golf.
Nah, man. When I'm on the golf course, I'm trying to beat you. So that's one time I will rarely to never smoke a cigar. Was during a round of golf. But if it's a situation like, say, we were out playing around today for Rockstar's birthday, oh, I'll go ham then, because it's a celebration. I don't really care if I win. Yeah.
We all out there just having fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I always say the
Well-
good people play on TV. I'm not out there throwing clubs and all that.
Hey, one thing I'm gonna tell you.
Never throwing clubs.
No.
Hey, I'm playing the first 3 holes, and after that, I'm popping the ball and popping the stick. Damn everything else. I don't care what the scorecard say. I can shoot 75 or 105. But by the time I'm done with 18, I'll be lit and happy.
Champagne time. It's champagne
That's
time.
it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. It looks like
Hey, hey, what kind of champagne y'all popping right now?
man, what kind of champagne? We got something good. We got something good. We got to bring in, the Rockstar birthday slash the live Cu'noma event. We got to bring it in just right. We got to bring it in just right.
That shit. It's like, man.
Happy birthday, Rockstar.
Hey, I appreciate it, sir. I appreciate it. So we do got this. I don't know. It's a bottle right here. Let's talk about this bottle a bit. So, man, y'all sleeping on Tommie and his
I
drink
can't
game.
see it. I'm like, is that? I'm like,
You
is that a
sleeping on
Bardstown?
you sleeping on Tommie
Is
and
that
a drink
Legacy?
game.
What we got?
Sleeping on Tommie and a drink game.
Oh, we can't
This
see
is
it.
this is definitely a good pour. A 33.
Oh, that's the. Is that
man.
okay? Yeah. That's that Glenlivet 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
That you know what I'm saying? So
Okay. So
hey.
you Scotch, you okay? Listen. I've seen the way the brother move around, just the way he blouse out his pocket square. I can tell he know how to drink.
How old you turn today, Rockstar? 25 again?
Hey, that's right. Again.
Rockstar, young boy.
Hey, look at this champagne. We about to toast up to the Cu'noma.
It's got the queen on it. Isn't that
That's the king. It's 50 Cent joint.
That's 50 Cent joint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask the owner if he has Earl Simmons wines in there, man.
Earl Simmons.
He said,
Let me tell you.
have Earl Simmons wine.
Hey, I do accept gifts when you come to town. So you can bring some Earl Simmons, and we'll.
No, I'm just saying Earl Simmons. Believe it or not,
You're
E40
right.
done made a nice wine, and also Amari Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire's wine is from Israeli grapes because he's a Hebrew Israelite. Yo, and his is fire. That $100 bottle is nice.
Tell you, if you can find some Slovenian like wine, they're making some good juice.
Say again. Some what?
Slovenian.
Slovenian.
I was gonna tell you, sir, that you should try if you're not familiar with the Taylor Lane, the 2019 Taylor Lane from Bell Gloss. It only comes in a Magnum, and that bad boy, they bottled it in like 2011, and then they held it back and aged it in bottle additional years. It's an amazing Pinot, amazing.
What you drinking now, Sekou?
Sekou, what's that label again on that Pinot?
It's the Taylor Lane from Bell
Gotcha.
Gloss. It's and I'll show you a Bell Gloss if you know Bell Gloss. I'm not gonna insult you.
Let me tell you, it's probably gonna be several months down the road, but a good friend of mine is D. Lynn Proctor. He's probably the most influential black man in wine, and I've been doing some smaller smokes where there are 4 to 5 course dinners, and there's wine pairings with each course, and then we finish with whiskey and cigars at the end. But the event that I do with D. Lynn, he's saying that his schedule is available in February, and he's the wine director at Fantastic out in Napa right now. That's going to be one you may want to book a flight and come out here for, because I got some chefs that are absolutely amazing that I work with, and that private smoke I'm gonna have Eduardo Xavier, International Taylor. He's gonna be here. It's gonna be bananas, and I'm telling you, the venue, ridiculous. You're gonna want to make that one.
Brother, I sadly I will still be in Kenya until March 1st, but I'll be coming to Dallas after that. I will be in Dallas in March upon returning back from Kenya.
Indeed. We're gonna get this toast on.
There you go. You host the toast.
All right. I'm gonna say to a hell of a next 4 years, much success, much love, and many great smokes. Salud, dinero y amor.
And Lou,
Mm. Rockstar done fell out. He can't drink. He can't drink no bubbly, man. He done fell out. See, it's
Hey,
got quiet.
y'all remember the last show when they had that? There was that the McBride sisters.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
Trust and believe.
Love me some bubbly.
I'm gonna have him leaning when he walks to the car tonight.
Hey, good thing he ain't
Some of
driving
that
tonight.
bubbly over here.
Ain't driving. Good thing he ain't driving tonight. Good thing he ain't driving.
Some
Let's see.
bubbly.
So who we got in here? We gave all the shout outs. So Tommy, man, I feel like, you know, in my, you know, my consumer view, your lounge has been pretty successful. Is there any aspirations to open up a second location?
Of course you want to keep growing, but I'll put it like this. I am working on some things right now, and let's just say my mindset right now is far beyond just being a lounge owner. So stay tuned. I'm working on some other things right now. It's all cigar related, but it's much bigger than just, you know, having another lounge or even expanding the current lounge.
Hey, Rockstar, I'm gonna lean in. You know the dollar goes far against the Kenyan shilling. I'm just saying we need to talk.
I've been to Africa, and
I know. I can hear it.
let's just
World
say,
traveler.
Rockstar, it ain't like what they show on National Geographic.
So we rocking here in Cu'noma Cigar Lounge, the cigar lounge of the year, y'all. We chilling here, the first live Whiskey Wednesday I did in DFW. We got the owner here at Cu'noma Cigar Lounge on Instagram. Tommie Black, man, it's a good time, man. These vibes are amazing, Tommy. It's usually these vibes are right, and then there's a Cu'noma after dark session sometimes.
Absolutely.
You're a man for the people, man for the people.
This is probably gonna be a Cu'noma after dark night.
Uh-oh. I don't.
I hope I didn't short you, Will. I hope you got a Cu'noma after dark experience. I don't know.
Oh man. Right on. So what's next for Cu'noma and Tommie Black? What's next? What you got on your radar? Can you drop some exclusive tea? Like what's going on with Mr. Tommie Black?
First thing is making this backyard barbecue a successful day for everybody that comes out. I'll give you a little insight since you asked the question. One of the things, one of the big projects I'm working on, I've been working on blending my own cigar. It's going to be coming out of Plasencia. It's blended by David Blanco, and
nice.
you know, I've got some of the cigars here now for this run, and you know, I'm going to smoke it again in probably another 30 days. But David is really high on it. He's really excited about it. I could taste the promise in the cigar. It's just a little young right now. So stay tuned for that. It will not be called Cu'noma. I wanted a cigar that could stand on its own in any humidor, which is why I'm making the investment in having the folks produce it that I'm going with, because I want people to know this guy. Damn, if he had his cigar made there, he's damn serious about it. And so that's one of the big projects that I've got in the works right now. And I've got some other stuff that I'm working on that, you know, I hope that it may make some people say that guy might have a stroke of genius in that brain.
So what does it take to be, you know, high echelon or just different in the cigar culture? There's a lot of weeks around. There's a lot of cigar parties around. Like, what does it take to be different? Like, how do you stand out on your own?
Well, from the beginning, before the first nail went in the wall, I knew what I wanted to do. For instance, there's another lounge owner close to me And she was the first person that I told I was gonna build a cigar lounge. And I told her, because of her location, I said, my concept is totally different from yours. I have to do it my way. And I said from the beginning, I want to be a traditional cigar lounge. I was like, so what you do here, y'all do it well, but I couldn't. It's just like with doing. People ask me, when are you gonna do a national smoke, and I would say, well, I don't know what it looks like. I didn't have the vision. But as I sit here today, I have a whole different mindset from what I had 4 years ago. So I'm talking to people and working with people right now on a few big projects. But as far as in the very near future, July 9th, Cu'noma Backyard Barbecue, special guest TK, and I'm gonna let these cigars age and meld together a little bit longer. And I would expect to be debuting my cigar lounge or debuting my cigar line in the next few months, and that'll likely be in a dinner environment like my private smokes. I'll probably do a second cut and light here at the lounge, but the first debut, it's gonna be a hell of a night.
Right on, man. Right on. Hey, man, this is everything, brother. This is everything. This is everything. So let me open up the question. Let me open the floor for questions, please. Anybody got any last parting questions? We've been rolling for almost 3 hours. So I would like to open the floor for questions. Any last parting questions? I know I guess we did that good, Tommy. Nobody got no questions.
What do you see as the future, and without expansion, just for this Cu'noma location? What do you see the future being for this location?
So can we hold that question for a second? It looks like we got some special representation right now. Hey, Miss Lady. Hey now. Yeah. So
Are those candles made of dove's wings?
So can we get some silence in the room? Can we get a happy birthday real quick? Can we get a happy birthday? Let's go. Run it, Cu'noma. Run it, Cu'noma. Run it, key. Key money. Run it, key money. There we go. Let me put this in surround sound mode. We put this in surround sound mode.
You lost camera.
I got you.
There we go.
Happy birthday to hey. Happy birthday to hey. Hey.
Boy. Boy, that's a lot of damn candles, Rockstar. Old as hell.
Come on now.
Go get his ass an oxygen mask.
Man.
Now you need one.
Hey, I appreciate the love in the room. Only at Cu'noma Cigar Lounge I get this much love. I appreciate the love in the room. This is amazing, man. This is amazing. Hey, Tommy, I appreciate you, sir. Happy birthday, brother. Man, this is amazing. So I asked my guests one last parting question. Why should somebody come to Cu'noma Cigar Lounge?
Come to Cu'noma Cigar Lounge to experience a high level of service. You can get fine dining white tablecloth service in a cigar lounge environment, period.
cigar
you heard it.
establishments.
You heard it here first, y'all. You heard it here first. So once again, this is another Whiskey Wednesday with your boy Cigar Rockstar. We have the owner of Cu'noma Cigar Lounge. You can find him at Cu'noma Cigar Lounge on Instagram. Mr. Tommie Black, National Cigar Lounge of the Year. Good brother, Baylor graduate. Did some time overseas. He knows his sticks, man. He knows his sticks. So thank y'all for joining. I do this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, and I hope to see y'all next week.
You know, I gotta say one last thing.
Oh, we got one last final word. Let's go, Tommy.
Keep them smoking.
That's
Bye,
indeed.
Tommy.
Indeed. And
Disconnect my girl.
Miss Connect, he said bye. He said bye. Well, you know, we're gonna keep rolling the, no Rockstar After Dark, but I'll see y'all next Wednesday. Cigar Rockstar TV. I'm slurring already, y'all. It's my birthday. Who gives a
Happy birthday.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Happy
It's all love in
birthday.
here. Check out Cu'noma, man. It's a must stop in the DFW area, and I'll see y'all next Wednesday.